Today we're going to be talking about shit you don't need. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Emma Cownley. I'm a freelance copywriter and blogger. Oh my god! Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Emma Cownley. I'm a freelance copywriter and blogger, and my cat will not stop shouting. So just prepare yourself. Today we're talking about things you think you need in order to go freelance that you actually probably don't need whatsoever. I've already filmed this video once. The whole thing was out of focus. I was determined to carry on with the video anyway. Couldn't get the camera, for love nor money, to focus on my face properly. So to spite the camera, we're just doing it. We're doing it like this. Don't fucking care. How do you like that, Canon? And as I sat down to edit it, I just thought that won't do. That just won't do. So here we are again. So let's get down to it. The first thing, and probably the most important thing that you think you need in order to go freelance, that you don't need at all, is years and years of experience. This is what held me back from going freelance in the beginning. A couple of people did suggest it to me many years ago, and I was
oh no, I couldn't, who would hire me? I don't know anything, I'm not experienced enough yet.
That's total and complete bullshit. And this isn't just necessarily true of going freelance in and of itself, but also becoming a freelance copywriter. I have a friend who is from a completely different background. I think she worked in sales beforehand, and she just decided she wanted to be a freelance copywriter. So she just became a freelance copywriter. She's doing incredibly well for herself. She's so knowledgeable and so good at marketing and sales, and all the skills are just transferable. She's managed to make an incredibly lucrative career from just one day deciding and then doing it. So you don't need years of experience, you don't need years of marketing experience or writing experience. You can just go freelance if you do the research on how to market your business and how to get clients and how to kind of handle those relationships. That's nothing you can't learn. You can do it without all of that shit. No client is kind of going to go back through and really examine your pedigree. If the fit is right and you've got what they need to get the job done, they're going to hire you. Similarly, a few months ago, my friend Adam Gunning appeared on the Talking Business video series. Let me try and get this right. She was interviewed by Danny Pardo for a series for the Joseph Chamberlain Sixth Form College, just talking to graduates about careers in marketing, and she pointed out something which I'm a firm believer of, and that is to go into a career in marketing or copywriting, you don't need a degree in business or in marketing. You can have a degree or an apprenticeship from anywhere, an experience from anywhere, because the majority of the skills that you need to be good at your job are transferable skills like critical thinking, collaboration, and the ability to assimilate research into whatever you're doing and really make it work. The rest you can learn. In fact, the guy who trained me, Andy Maslin, he likes to say that he can't teach you anything in person that you can't read in one of his books. And I've done a whole video on training and about books that you need to read. So it's all shit you can learn and you can just get into it. I'll leave the link for Anna's video interview in the description box below, along with a bunch of resources about doing your homework before you get started, shit you need to know, how to make a portfolio with no experience, yada yada yada. The end of this is that you don't need years of experience as a copywriter or a marketing professional or as anything in order to go freelance. You can just do it. So do it. The second thing you feel like you might need but actually don't is, oh my god, it's fine. What the fuck? You're not being a friend right now. You don't need an account on bidding platforms and content mills. Places like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer, they are not a freelancer's best friend. And I feel that the majority of their marketing, when they're marketing towards freelancers, is comes with the suggestion that they have an entire pool of clients that are ripe for the picking, and if you wanted to take the leap and go freelance, it's safe if you go with them because they've got all of these opportunities and all you need to do is pitch for them and it's golden. And basically they suck you in, lock you down, and you end up doing tons and tons and tons of work for not very nice people for not very nice money. It's not a good way to run a profitable freelance business, and it's not great for your self-esteem, your self-care, any of that shit. I've done an entire video on it, which I'll pop up there for you and down there for you, explaining in the finest and most agonising detail from personal experience about why these places are not great for freelancers who are just starting out, or in fact freelancers at any point in their career. Go and check it out. And don't sign up. If you're thinking of going freelance, don't sign up. I can probably be sued for saying that. Hopefully not. In my experience, cold pitching is the very best way to win new clients and new work, as well as referrals. Those are the things you should be doing. I mean, I'm not here to tell anyone how to run their life, but I would advise that you don't sign up to these things. But bitch, you do you. This next point is also one which is entirely down to your discretion. I know people that do it. I personally wouldn't do it. And that is working for exposure, working for free, trying to get your foot in the door. There are plenty of people I know who are happy to do this and would do it. So I personally wouldn't do it. I think it sets a bad precedent, and anything that you work hard on, you should be paid for. That's just how I feel. I don't want to think that anybody who has aspiration of becoming a freelancer would spend an inordinate amount of time working on a project for free when they could be cold pitching and winning paid work from elsewhere and working on their business and establishing their brand and their reputation and getting all their ducks in a row to really form a solid foundation and just go. I hate to think that they would spend that time working on something for free. If you know the person and you know that they are fucking top tier and this opportunity is once in a lifetime, genuinely, not, oh, it's once in a lifetime, it's once in a lifetime, mate, go for it. If it's a friend and you really do want to help them out and you want the exposure, fucking go for it, whatever. But if it's just, you know, Johnny from down the street in his auto repair business and he wants you to do it for exposure, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what you can tell him. So yeah, no freebies. Don't do that. That's not something you need to do. Fuck that right off. The final thing you probably think you need, and absolutely do not need, is a home office. Or a subscription to a fancy shared office. There are a lot of very sexy images out there of little garden sheds that are beautiful offices with maybe sliding doors and hanging baskets and all sorts of wonderful things inside, or perhaps offices inside the house, which, you know, just entire dedicated rooms for the office, and there's bookcases and maybe a little like sofa with a coffee table, and maybe there's coffee table books on it, and maybe there's like a coffee machine or something, I don't know, and it's all just very laid out and it's just very lovely. That would be great, but you don't need that. What you do need is a dedicated section of your dwelling that is specifically dedicated to work. When you're in that area, you are at work. When you're not at that area, you're not at work. I think that a lot of people have learned during lockdown and in the pandemic to create that distinction between work and home, creating environments for work and for home within one space. It's kind of tricky. I have filmed my own office tour, which I will link for you so you can see what my setup roughly is. I mean, I filmed it maybe like a year ago or something, so it's a little bit out of date, but not so much. Really, all you need is a desk and a good chair somewhere in your place that you don't visit that often, like one corner that you go to when you're at work or whatever. Similarly, you don't have to pay out for those fancy shared office environments. I tried it, it wasn't for me. In fact, I tried it twice, it wasn't for me. Some freelancers I know swear by it because they want to go somewhere to work and then come home again, and that's fair enough. I know people that work at the cafe at the gym. I know people that work at the cafe down the street. Sometimes I work at the library. So really it's all down to preference. As long as you can create that distinction and find yourself a proper working environment, wherever that may be, that's what you need. Whatever that means for you, as long as there is an environment that you go to for work, that's all you need. Don't need anything fancy. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope that this helped you get over any hurdles that you might be creating for yourself about going freelance, because it is one of those things where you kind of think, well, I need X, Y, and Z before I can think about it. Really, no, you don't. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button so that YouTube knows I'm not a piece of shit. And also so that I can see which videos you like and which videos you're not so keen on. And then maybe I can start making shit more like what you want to watch. That was incredibly poorly articulated, but I'm sure you understand exactly what I mean. Until then, I'll see you back here, same time, same place in 2 weeks for more Kiss My A's. Or if you're super hungry for more of my content, you can visit my blog next week and get yourself a juicy blog post. See you next time. Take care. Peace out.